Hello lords and ladies, welcome back to a brand new series of Crusader Kings 3 using the Game of Thrones mod. In this series we're going to be playing the Defiance of Duskendale, and this bookmark gives us a little synopsis. So it takes place in the first of the first moon, 277 AC. The once promising rule of King Aerys II Targaryen has come to a perilous position. For many years, rumours and intrigues have surrounded the king and his hand. A rift grown wide between the two former friends. Now, Lord Denys Darkyln has used that schism to his advantage, luring the king to treat at Duskendale, only to be taken hostage. The power games between Lord Tywin Lannister and the king have allowed the Darkyns to achieve leverage over the Iron Throne unlike any house before them. Yet lofty ambitions often lead to rash decisions, and the fate of the storied House Darkyln hangs in the balance. So this sounds really cool, super exciting. I am ready for it. I'm not... Obviously, there is the option to play as Lord Denys Darkyln himself. This is a very hard start. And as you guys all know from my previous videos, I'm not a very hard start kind of gal. I like it easy breezy. To some extent, actually. That's a lie. I don't like it to be too much in my favour, because I love the drama and the intrigue and the politics. But, yeah, I'm definitely not up to scratch with starting on very hard starts just yet. I'm still a bit of a novice at CK3. However, shout out to Grayzo, who's done an awesome video in this bookmark playing as Lord Denys Darkyln. So head over there and check that out. Really good video. Enjoyed it a lot. King Aerys would be exciting as well to play in this start. That's obviously a medium difficulty, and I reckon that would be really interesting. He's obviously going to start this particular bookmark imprisoned by Lord Denys Darkyln, so that'd be interesting to see if you can actually make it out of there alive, and I might do that at some point. I definitely want to play as Aerys in this bookmark, but for the purpose of this particular series, I will be playing as Lord Tywin Lannister, not just because it starts as on easy difficulty, but because I said, I think maybe a series or two ago, that I really wanted to do a Lannister playthrough, and in this bookmark, Tywin has some special story content available, so I want to check that out. I will be continuing my Prince Rhaegar series. The reason I'm starting a new series to do alongside that is because with the Rhaegar series, I keep hitting a brick wall and things are not quite going to plan, and there's a couple of things I want to try with that, and I need just time in between episodes to make decisions about where I take that playthrough and how long we keep it going for. So just to give myself a bit of breathing space in between episodes, I'm going to run this one alongside it. I'm hoping to get out an episode a week for each playthrough, and hopefully one extra for either of the playthroughs, because I want to do 3 videos a week, time permitting. It's not always been possible. Things have been a little bit up in the air recently. But anyway, that being said, so the special story content, we get a little synopsis here for the Lannisters as well. So it says, the proud Lord Tywin has served as Hand of the King for 15 years, longer than his own children's lives. Heralded as one of the greatest men to hold the position, many whisper that he truly sits the Iron Throne, saving the realm from the increasingly erratic fancies of the king. Their relationship strained, Tywin now spends more and more time trying to appease his once close friends from a growing paranoia. Aerys has ignored his Hand's counsel and ridden to deal with House Darkyln himself, and yet again Tywin must clean up after the king. So just really quickly before we jump in, that all sounds really, really cool. Game rules, I've got anything that can be canon is enabled as far as I'm aware. I'm not going to go through all of the game rules, but yeah, it's kind of just normal difficulty, not too much has changed. High Valyrian conversion unrestricted. But yeah, these are the options that I've gone for. Just so you can see, you can obviously pause at any point if you wanted to have a proper look at the game rules. But let's crack on, let's get started. Also, if I sounded really out of breath at the start of this video reading through the synopsis, this is the 3rd time this week I've sat down to try and record this series, and it has not gone to plan each time, and I have had a hell of a day running around. So I've literally just like, right, I have got about an hour to spare. Let me quickly try and get this episode recorded. So yeah, here we go. 3rd time's a charm. Hopefully we can get it done. So we're obviously, here we are, Lord Tywin Lannister. As it stands, we're currently 35 years old, and our spouse has died in childbirth. That was obviously giving birth to Tyrion, as we all know. We obviously have the twins, Cersei and Jaime. But just coming back to Tywin, he's diligent, he's ambitious, he's authoritative, and he is callous. He's good across the board, really. He's not bad at all. An excellent stewardship with a 32. He's only got 12 prowess, which is a bit of a shame, but he's got 100 dread currently. He is a rightful ruler for level 4 legitimacy. We're obviously a bit minted compared to most stats that I've played on this, so yeah, we're not doing too bad for ourselves. Obviously, we know that the Lannisters are all about that gold. Cersei then. She is deceitful, vengeful, ambitious, and arrogant. Yeah, that sounds like Cersei. She's obviously Jaime's twin. She's fashionable, beautiful, bossy, and she is refusing marriage at the moment. Interesting. So she refuses to take a spouse. I wonder how long that's going to be the case for. We'll see. I guess we'll soon find out. She's not looking too bad. Looks like she's leaning into intrigue, although she has got a stewardship education focus, so maybe we can be her guardian and teach her. We've also got Jaime, who is brave, cynical, arrogant, and rowdy. He is beautiful, and he is a squire currently. Who is he the squire for? So he's the squire for Lord Sumner Craycall. Okay, cool. His crush is Cersei Lannister. Let's have a look at her crushes. Interesting. So she has a crush on Jaime. She also has a crush on Prince Rhaegar. I imagine so did many girls in that time period. Because Rhaegar is, as we know, beautiful. He's a prince. So that makes sense. I wonder if we can change the timeline, actually. I'm not planning on keeping everything as it was. I want to spice things up a little bit. Maybe change the history. We could maybe try and marry off Cersei to Prince Rhaegar. Maybe we could not scheme against Aerys. Who knows? We'll see how it goes with the special story content. Obviously, we'll see what happens with that first of all and where that will take us. And then we've got little Lord Tyrion, the Imp Lannister, who is pensive, ugly, a dwarf. He's a genius and he has mismatched eyes. And he's doing really good in learning for a 4-year-old. We'll just do a little bit of housekeeping before we press play and get hit with the story content, which I imagine is straight off the bat because it looks like our liege King Aerys is already imprisoned. So I imagine we're going to be jumping straight in. We'll choose a lifestyle. I am going to go down stewardship, but for now I think I'm going to choose martial just in case things get a little bit heated from the off. And I'm going to take chivalry focus for the extra prowess. And I think when we get a perk point to spend, we'll go for stalwart leader just to start with. We'll choose a patron aspect as well. And again, just for now, we'll go with the warrior for the prowess and the battle roll. So that takes us up to a 16 prowess, which that makes me feel better about things. We'll just have a look. So I think so Sumner is Jaime's ward as well. He's guardian, sorry. Jaime is his ward. Let's have a look at Cersei. Is anyone? Nobody's educating her. I think we should do that. I think that makes sense. And then Tyrion. Would we want to educate him ourselves? Potentially not. We'll choose him a learning focus. What's our learning? 16. It's not bad. It's good. So we've got Kevin Lannister, our brother, but we have Saranella, who is just a lowborn courtier of ours, but she's an astute intellectual with 17 learning. So I think we'll pick her to educate Tyrion. I think that makes the most sense for now. And I don't think there's much else to do straight off the bat. We'll just have a look what our current situation is. So we can station our men-at-arms. We'll definitely do that. And it makes sense to station them in Casterly Rock. We don't have as many men-at-arms as I thought we might have, actually. But I think we'll be okay for now. We've got a shit ton of levies, so we'll be alright at the moment. We can create a title, we can declare some wars. We're not going to do any of this at the moment. This is all standard, okay. We have 3 new court artifacts. Let's get those sorted. So we've got the Lannister Dynasty banner and the Lannister House banner. And we have the Gilded Throne. Awesome. That's all in place. Well, just quickly before we get going, we'll look at our council. So I've seen better. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen better. Our Admiral is fine. The Septon is okay. Our Spy Master is appalling. Who's this guy? Aerys Swift. Who is stupid. I don't think we particularly want a stupid Spy Master, in all honesty. If we can switch him out, I think that we do that. So let's see who else we've got. Yeah, okay, so we have Lord Joffrey Falwell of Motley Hills, who is an elusive shadow. I think that makes sense. There we go. And this guy's Craven, and Craven and stupid, so he shouldn't give us too much trouble for removing him from the council. And then our steward, he is also not great. Lord Sumner is doing really well for us as Chancellor, so that's fine. We'll leave him as he is. Let's see who we've got. So that makes sense. We would give this position to Sir Kevan Lannister. He is our brother and our friend, and he has the best stewardship skill in our court at the moment. We could do with a new Master at Arms. Who's this? Sir Benedict Broom. He's terrified of us. Kind of likes us, but he's kind of rubbish. So we can give that position to Robert Clegane. I think that makes sense. We'll assign the position to him there. And let's have a look. So he's got Gregor Clegane, a giant, Herculean, dull, strong. Yeah, sounds about right. Sadistic, vengeful, brave. And then we have little Sandor Clegane. Severely burned. That's kind of a nice touch. I mean, not for Sandor, obviously, but it's a nice touch that this is in here. He's also Herculean, and he's vengeful. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then there's little Alyssa Clegane. Okay, awesome. Right, before I get too swept up in everything else, let's hit play, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're straight in. The captive fool. King Aerys has been taken prisoner by his vassal, Lord Denys Darkyln. The Lord of Duskendale has been a nuisance to the Iron Throne for some time now. In some vain attempt to save his useless port, he requested a royal charter from the crown, granting him greater autonomy and lower tariffs. After being refused, the fool then decided to cease paying his taxes. The king, as much the fool as Lord Denys, chose to ride to Duskendale on his own to resolve the dispute. Unsurprisingly, the king is now a prisoner, with the promise of death should there be signs of an assault. No doubt Lord Denys seeks to force my submission and earn himself a charter in the bargain. The crown will appear weak indeed if I give in, but weaker still if the king is killed. Regardless, as the hand of the king, I have called the small council to hear my decision. If nothing else, we cannot be silent. Interesting. Okay, so Lord Denys shall have his charter. So these are the changes that will be made if we give in to him, which I don't think Tywin would want to do, to be honest. I don't think that that would be in his personality to give in to threats such as this. Or we can lay siege to Duskendale. We shall not submit. So we can start a war against Lord Denys with the water-free captives. So that would mean that Lord Denys Darkyln loses 25 opinion of us for 12 years. Alice, who is Alice? Alice is his mother. Not too concerned about that. And the cultural acceptance between the Crownlanders and the Westerlanders decreases by 2%. Again, that doesn't concern me too much. I think we wouldn't want to give in. And if we look, actually, King Aerys is our rival. And it seems that we favour Rhaegar over Aerys. So, in my mind, would it be the worst thing in the world if King Aerys was killed by the Darklings? It wouldn't look great that we weren't able to resolve the situation without him being killed. However, if we lay siege to them, at least we're showing a sign of force, a sign of strength, and not allowing them to lay down the law and dictate to the crown what should and shouldn't happen. So, for the purpose of this playthrough, I think we're going to lay siege to Duskendale. We're not going to submit. So we can raise our armies straight away. Barristan the Bold. As the assault on Duskendale is planned, Sir Barristan the Bold interjects. He has his own plan to save the king, one so dangerous it might be called impossible. Either he's true to his name, or he's the most foolish knight to ever wear the white cloak. Despite my scepticism, I must admit, Sir Barristan is an accomplished knight and peerless warrior. If there were a man who could succeed at such a scheme, it would be the slayer of Maelys the Monstrous. Yet, as I said to the small council, to lose the king is to gain a greater one in Prince Rhaegar, and even if I were to postpone my attack to allow this, it is foolhardy to begin with. Nevertheless, a decision must be made. Okay, so Barristan may try his plan, though I won't wait long. We'll allow him to go. Or I cannot let him pursue this, we prevent him from leaving. What exactly is his plan? He has his own plan to save the king, one so dangerous it might be called impossible. To lose the king is to gain a greater one in Prince Rhaegar. And even if I were to postpone my attack to allow this, it's foolhardy to begin with. Do you know what? Just for the plot, I kind of want to see what Barristan's plan is, and I want to see what happens. So, I am going to allow him to go. So he's here right now. Okay. We'll accept his gracious gift. So an enemy ally has joined the war. Lord Humphrey Hollard and Rhaegar has also joined the war. So this is Duskendale right here. They've obviously got their troops out in force already. And Rhaegar is on his way, it looks like. Yeah. The army is commanded by Prince Rhaegar. He's on his way. I am going to wait, though, because we said we'd postpone until Barristan has had a chance to conclude his plan. I don't know what his plan is, though, and I don't know how long to wait, because I don't want to give it too long and allow them to kill the king. Okay, we have had a betrothal to the sensible Tywin. I propose a betrothal between my son and heir, Robert Baratheon, and your cousin, Tywin Lannister. Children born of this marriage will be of Robert Baratheon's dynasty. My cousin and sister-in-law. Do we want to change the course of history? I would... Or do we want Cersei to marry? Cersei's still refusing marriage. He's probably going to marry Robert off to someone else. So do we instead find another match? Maybe a Targaryen match for Cersei. I think we will... let's think about this. This is difficult. This is a tough one. Okay. I think Stefan's one of our friends. Yeah, he is. I don't think we'd want to insult him then by declining the proposition. I think we'll accept. We did talk about potentially changing the course of history, so to have Cersei married to someone else will definitely change course. And I would like to. She does have a crush on Rhaegar. She doesn't have a crush on Robert, as we know. So, let's see. Where did... Is he moving out or is he staying there? I don't want to wait too long. Warden of the West position revoked. Why is that? Why has that position been revoked? They're going... I think we're going to raise our armies because Barristan is still stationary. He's not in Duskendale. Unless his plot is doing something else entirely. I have no idea. Are we commanding either of these armies ourselves? Well, let's command this army. And who's commanding this one? Holy Warrior. Let's have a look. Who else have we got? Aggressive Attacker. You can command that army. And let's bring ourselves over into the fray. I think this will be over pretty quickly. We're already at 47% war score in our favour. Yeah, I don't think it's going to last too long, in all honesty. We might not even get to do anything. There we go. It's invalidated. So, what actually happened then? King Aerys left the prison. Was that down to Rhaegar, or was it... Did Barristan actually... So he was executed on King Aerys' orders. Was burned at the stake. On the 11th, 6th moon 277. So that's like today, right? 11th of the 6th moon, yeah. We burned her at the stake. Okay, interesting. He didn't have any children anyway. And his siblings executed... Yeah, they've all been executed. The only one who survived, it seems, is his mother, who is currently wandering. And at the age of 44, I think her family's pretty much wiped out. Ah, but there is, there's more Darklings. There's more Darklings. Like some cadet branches. Interesting. Okay, but anyway, the war is invalidated. Denys Darkyln is dead. King Aerys, it lives. So let's disband our army. Expectations. You are always there for me, and I hope you know that I am grateful. My daughter Cersei approached me in a rare display of honesty. When I need it, I expect you to be there for me too. We get a weak hook on Cersei. We are callous. I think we'll take the hook. We'll expect her to be there for us. Okay, so there we go. I don't know what happens now. Do we get any more story content, or did that all depend on if Aerys died? To be honest, I was kind of hoping he would. It might not have looked favourably on us that as Hand of the King that our liege was captured and murdered, but it would have been interesting for sure. Particularly now we've changed the course of history. Robert is betrothed to Tyshaira. I suppose we could always break the betrothal, but Stefan is one of our friends, so I don't think we'd necessarily do that. He's also got Stannis, and he has Renly. Interesting. So let's then look at Rhaegar is betrothed to Lyanna Stark of the North. Can we get involved in that? Can we do anything about that? Is Cersei is not refusing marriage anymore. Interesting. Do we wait to see what happens here with Rhaegar and Lyanna? To see how the story pans out, or do we plot to kill Lyanna ourselves? I'm honestly not entirely sure. Let's have a look at Lyanna. Let's see. Okay, so if we try to murder her, the scheme odds are poor on CK3 is only 54%. Well, let's let a bit of time tick over and see what happens. But yeah, that was my plan. We might have made the wrong decision there, but anyhow. So just so... Oh, there's a plague kicking off here in between the Reach and the Stormlands. Just so you guys are aware, I do not have a long-term goal, really, for this playthrough. I've been wanting to play as the Lannisters for a while. I ideally want to play as Tyrion. That would be the best option for me. That's what I would like to do. We do not have a good relationship with our Maester. Let's start swaying him before I forget. Yeah, so I'm going to let a little bit of time tick on and just see if anything else happens as a result of that. I don't think it's not looking like anything's kicking off too soon. Recently tortured. But his health is fine. He's in seclusion. Okay, I think we'll let a bit of time tick over and we'll see what happens. I am just happy at the moment to... I don't have any designs on the throne at the minute. I just want our house to have some high level of involvement, shall we say, in the council. And being Hand of the King as we are currently suits me just fine. I would like to do a little bit of meddling. And kind of be instrumental in the decisions that are made. So ensuring that our family remains in with the crown, whoever holds the crown, is definitely up there with what we want to do in the plan. But yeah, long term, I've no idea what we're going to do. We're probably not going to try and take the throne ourselves. I'm just looking forward to playing as Tywin, someone who is more on the bad guy kind of side, rather than, you know, he's like the opposite to the Ned Stark. He's definitely not a good guy by any stretch. So be interested to see what we can do with him. But yeah, I'm going to let some time tick over and I'll resume the episode when something interesting happens. Okay, so someone is plotting to kill me. Luckily, our spy master has discovered that and brought it to our attention. So we obviously need to keep our eyes open for any suspicious activity going on. So our caravan master, we were looking for a caravan master. Lucan is a fine choice. Excellent, and you're average. We had a couple of average people available that we didn't take. This guy looks decent. I mean, terrible prowess, but he's got excellent martial. And he's a brilliant strategist, a traveller. I think we'll take Lucan. Okay, in fact, we could do a little bit of arranging marriages. We don't know arrange at our own court. Let's see. Are there anyone? Let's take for him someone some of all skills. We have... Oh, she has excellent stewardship, but her health is poor, so we don't want to marry him off to her. Anyone with inheritable? She's 38. What's the chance of them having children? Pretty low. But that's... I mean... Anyone else? Rose. Yes, we will do that one. I'll quickly see if there's anyone else we can marry off as well. So there's some of our family members. So our brother, Lannister. Let's see what we have in terms of inheritable. How old is he? 28. So she's 32, but she's comely, which gives her a 10% fertility boost. She is weak, but doesn't affect fertility, and it's not a congenital trait by the look of it. So, okay, fine. into House Lannister. Fine. And our other brother, Tyrion Lannister, age 23. These are lowborn. Don't think we'd want to marry our brothers to lowborn. Are they all lowborn now? Not all of them. But these are all quite a bit younger. Alice Beesbury. They are noteworthy. And she's fecund. Yeah, she'll do. Then that betrothal. We also have, as one of our decisions as well, we can fund an expedition to Old Valyria, but we can, where was it? I just saw it before. There we go, recover Bright Raw. So the expedition could also lead to the death of Explorer, but we can recover the ancestral sword of House Lannister. So that's pretty cool. That's 500 gold. I think we will look at doing that at some point. Maybe in the next episode. I just kind of want to set everything up for now. So I'm going to make some marriage propositions for my courtiers, try and get in some good knights. I think we've got... Oh, we have some decent knights, actually. I'm just going to see if there's anyone amazing that we can get. We might create a couple of accolades, and then I'll pick the episode back up when I've done that. Okay, so our spy master has come to us with some more information. He's telling us that he's certain that my fellow vassal Oswell is scheming against me. So that's Oswell Went. What do we think about that? Do we actually have any rivals listed? Apart from Aerys. But he is the King's Guard, so he could potentially be... I mean, Aerys could be trying to do us in, to be honest. Let's have a look at our intrigue. Okay, so... it's a -7% success chance. 28% secrecy. I think we'll be okay. What do we do? So we can let him be known to all. He'll be no longer be part of the murder. Spend some prestige, gain some stress, lose opinion. We can throw him in jail. Oswell is not your courtier or vassal. So what's the implications of that then? Whether true or not, I will not accuse him. We'll just let him the traitor be known for now. I'm not too concerned about the plot against us, to be honest. We'll keep... what's our spy master? Yeah, 23. We do have an excellent spy master, and he's on disrupt schemes at the minute, so hopefully... what we could do is we could employ some court positions who can help us deal with that. So where do we have anyone that can keep us a little bit safer? Let's see. Food taster. -10% chance based on aptitude. Chance of stopping the poison schemes. Who else? Bearer. Sworn shield. Initial enemy hostile scheme success chance. Has a chance to prevent murder schemes. Reduces your risk to die. Do you know what? We'll take a sworn shield. Do we have anyone? We do. We got this guy as well through marriage. Married one of our courtiers to this guy who has 45 prowess. He is an absolute raving lunatic and he's sadistic and vengeful, but it's fine. We will need to then start swaying him, actually. Of course, he's got a pretty poor relationship. Where's our maester? So he still doesn't like us a great deal. Robio would make an accomplished commander. Let's just take a look at this guy. Yeah, he's not bad. Well, how much will it cost us? 25. We'll take him. We'll take him. I'm all about building the court up right now. So we need to definitely have some better relationships. The people working in our court do not like us very much at all. There's also a plague spreading, so we've entered seclusion. and we're isolated the capital at the minute, and we're just letting some time to go. But I haven't had any more pop-ups about any special story content. Okay, so the betrothal has been fulfilled. Robert is now married to Tywin Lannister, so we've already changed the course of history. So let's see what else we can do. A gem in the rough. During one of our lessons in my daughter Cersei's chamber, I noticed an impressive amount of rocks neatly displayed on a shelf. One of the stones stand out in the collection. It is quite rough, but upon closer inspection there is a deeply red, brilliant hue contained within. Cersei notices my interest as she picks it up and hands it over. You can have it. Okay, so we got the brilliant gemstone. It gives us a +2 to learning, and it gives us a little bit of prestige. Excellent. And we'll equip that. Travelling Bard. Barros, an itinerant bard popular with the common folk, has arrived at my court. A local landowner encouraged him to seek me out so that he might perform for myself and my household. Prior to the performance, he came to ask me what sort of music would be most pleasing to my ears. Okay, let's see. Thing of the Valor of House Lannister. Yeah, we'll take that. Barris's performance went over swimmingly, with not a single member of my household left unimpressed. Beyond the specific ballad I'd requested, Barros played many more gorgeous tunes, much to everyone's delight. A splendid evening indeed. Awesome. Okay, so there's bad air over Hornvale. Westerosi boils has devastated the people of Hornvale. So our courtier has come to us and she's blaming the plague on bad air surrounding the dead and dying. She proposes countering it with a vast field of violets would do much to dispel the bad air and slow the spread of disease. It's worth a try. So, Jesus, that would cost us 225 gold. We gain some prestige, but we also gain stress because we're callous. What a waste of gold. We would also gain stress there because we are diligent. Abundant flora. We could take the popular opinion. But that's a hell of a lot of gold. We do get a little bit of prestige. Our prestige is on the decline at the minute. Why is that? Is it because we're isolating currently, I think? Possibly. We'll take the prestige. We'll take the hit of gold. I'm going to look at upgrade, what we can upgrade as well. Might start with Casterly Rock. I think it's in a good position to start with. Yeah, it is. A small hill fort. We could upgrade this to level 2. It's going to take 3 years. Let's get that started. We have the coin for it. We'll make sure that we save enough for the next episode to fund that expedition to reclaim our ancestral sword. Okay, we've discovered someone else scheming against us. So it's Jacelyn Bywater, another vassal of King Aerys. I think I'm going to just expose him as well. I'm not going to throw him in jail because it's saying that he's not our courtier or vassal. I don't know what's going to happen if I click on this. And because he's the vassal of King Aerys, I don't want to piss. I think it's possibly Aerys himself who's scheming against us, in all honesty. So I think I will just let the traitor be known to all. We'll keep tabs on this. I think it's okay. We're also trying to find some secrets in the north. So I've sent our spy master to Winterfell. Nobody likes us in the north, really. And the scheme success is still poor for us to murder Lyanna. What I'm thinking is we might change the course of history and try to get Cersei married to or betrothed to Rhaegar. And at the moment that can't happen because he is betrothed to Lyanna. So we need her out of the picture if we can. So in the background, I'm trying to find some secrets in the north to hopefully we could use that as a hook. Maybe get some spies or get something going on in the north. Because, yeah, at the minute, we've got no chance of being able to murder her. And surprise, surprise, we've got another one. This is a courtier of Aerys. So, again, we're going to expose her. And hopefully, the more we expose, the less people can be involved in the scheme. And, it's not going to take hold. I did look at what our success chances of murdering Aerys and it's not great either. Let's see. Poet brings me a work inspired by Lomas Longstrider. Not as I expected. This is amusing. I'm sure the court will enjoy it. So we get some prestige, naval speed. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, and we've been given the nickname The Brute. That is what they are calling us. They call us Lord Tywin the Brute. Not what you would call flattering, perhaps, but it's unlikely you can do anything to change it. So that says we're never one to shy from violence. You draw little distinction between physical, social, and mental harm. It all cuts the same in the end. Okay. Preposterous. Absolutely preposterous. So, Probio, our knight, gains opinion, and we spend 150 prestige. Okay, the poultry bandits. My men have been searching the ruins most of the morning for a rooster. Some of the men claim to have heard a rooster crow overnight, sounding as though it beneath their feet. Frantic to find proof of their claims, they begin searching for the fowl. Much to their surprise, my men found the cloistered cock along with several men in a hidden cellar. It appears a group of bandits has been using the ruins as a base of operations, and our arrival has forced them into hiding. Okay. Arrest them, they are clearly outlaws, justice must be done. Could imprison Donald. Oh, he's good actually. We could imprison him and then recruit him, possibly. Kill them and take the loot. You'll deliver justice to these outlaws and their loot will serve as a reward. Okay, there's a good chance of getting a decent bit of loot there. Or perhaps they'll be interested in working for me. Clearly the outlaw know how to use weapons. Hopefully they will be of use. So we get an army of 100 men in Castle Rock. We spend prestige though. Donald joins your court, gains 50 opinion of us. Let's arrest him. And then let's see if we can negotiate his release and recruit him. He loses opinion of us. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give him the option to come and work for us. Okay, and he is our knight. I think that makes sense. Let's see if we can arrange a marriage for him. To someone else with inheritable trait. Nice to find someone with beautiful Crownlander. Yeah, we'll marry him to her. Beautiful and Herculean. That's what we like. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with her. Not bad diplomacy. We'll send that proposal. Awesome. Additional taxes. Our steward's excellent stewardship skill led to this windfall. Excellent, Kevin. Thank you very much. Here we go. I knew it. So it is my rival and liege, King Aerys, that is plotting to kill me. It could be no other. It was obvious that it was him. That the abhorrent fiend. So King Aerys gains 12 dread, loses. So what's that, legitimacy? Yeah. We lose 100 opinion of him. We're allowed to rightfully imprison him. He becomes our nemesis. All family members of you lose opinion of him. All friends and lovers of you lose 15 opinion of him for 10 years. Kevin Lannister lose 38 opinion of him for 15 years. And it ends. Okay. Okay. Murder on us has been abandoned. Well, that's a relief. What now? I mean, he's on his way out anyway, but... Did it say that we can imprison him? Challenge him to a fight? No. So we can't imprison him. I'm getting what? Why is that? Just because he's the king? And it'd be that we can't just. I thought it said that we could imprison him, unless I've completely read that wrong. Okay. He's our nemesis. I wonder. Yeah, scheme odds are poor. Secrecy is only 16% to be able to kill him. His spy master has only got 12 intrigue. His council's not that. We could do with a wife. Are we allowed to marry? No, we can't marry yet. So Cersei and Jaime, we need to decide what we're doing with them then, because we're getting nowhere really with scheming in the north. Like, it's just taking absolutely forever to be able to find any secrets. We're still nowhere near, and I think that... Oh, interesting. What happened there? Disfigured. Edwild danced themselves to death from the dancing plague. Interesting. Was she left disfigured from the plague then, I'm guessing, maybe? Anyhow, I digress. Lyanna Stark. She's 14. Oh, she had the plague as well. It's a shame that that didn't kill her off, to be honest. Scheme odds still poor. Secrecy 54%. There's a real chance of having that discovered. Okay, well, I think actually for now we'll leave the episode here. We're at the 45-minute mark roughly anyway, which is where I was planning on leaving the episode. So I will give it a couple of days and let you guys decide. Let me know what you think. What do we do? What can we do next? What do we do against Aerys? He's now our nemesis. He hates us, but it looks like he is on his way out. His health is poor. He is ailing. He's apathetic. I never know how to say that. He's also been recently tortured. He's famished. He could well just die soon anyway, and the title would then go to Rhaegar. I was planning on trying to marry Cersei off to Rhaegar, but obviously that option is made difficult by the fact he's betrothed to Lady Lyanna Stark, and it's going to be increasingly difficult to murder her. So I'll leave that with you guys. If you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see happen as part of this playthrough, I have no long-term plans, so I'm totally open to ideas. So let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed watching the episode. I have enjoyed recording it. It's been awesome. I've been dying to play as the Lannisters, and this is really cool. So yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one, guys. And if you can, please consider leaving a comment and a like. I really appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button if you don't want to see more videos like this one. I'm going to be focusing on the Game of Thrones mod pretty heavily at the minute. So if you're into that, then please do swing on by again soon and check out what other videos I've released. But yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one.